Okay, all right. So we are continuing. So AB equal to. So here, what you're going to get AB equal to? AB equal to here. If you take square root, so here 2, 1, 2 comes out, and here this is going to be r to the power of 1 by n, and this is going to be sine. Here sine pi by n. This is what is the. Just a minute. I took a new board. This whiteboard is different actually. So that's why some problems. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. All right, so this is AB equal to 2 into r to the power of 1 by n into this is sine pi by n. Sorry. Okay, this is no. I think this you understand. This is how we can find out. It's not difficult one. You can find out this. Is how we can find out this length of the side AB, side of the polygon. You can find out like this. Side of the polygon. You can find out like this. Okay, then we'll go to. Okay. Okay, all right. So then we are going to now see number one point here. What we discussed is this one. What we discussed is the side of the polygon that is formed. Side of the polygon that is formed. Okay, side of the polygon. So this is. Oh my god. So something is stuck. Okay, all right. So here, side of the polygon we found. Side of this polygon we found. So this is a polygon, and here this is 2 pi by n, and this is r to the power of 1 by n. This is also r to the power of 1 by n. Then we found this AB, side of the polygon AB. What we got AB? AB we got as 2 into r to the power of 1 by n into sine pi by n. 2 pi by n became pi by n. This is a side of the polygon we got. So now what we are going to see is here perimeter of polygon. Perimeter of the polygon is going to be here n times AB, NAB, because all this I told you already in a regular polygon, NAB, n times, that is 2n times r to the power of 1 by n into sine pi by n. So very clear, this is very simple, n times, no? N times AB. So that's the perimeter of the polygon. Next is area of the you can find out here. Area of this polygon you can find out. Area of the polygon you can find out. How do you find area of the polygon? Same like this. Area of polygon. Area of the polygon, how do you find? Is n times area of this triangle. So what is the area of the triangle? Half into base. But what is base? Half into base into height. Otherwise, what you can do is you can do like this also. You can use the formula. What is the area of the triangle? The area of the triangle is half AB sine C. Half AB sine C. So here of these two sides, r to the power of 1 by n into r to the power of 1 by n, half AB sine of, otherwise of BC sine A. The sine A is there 2 pi by n. Okay, include angle actually, that is include angle. So this is what is area. This is area of into BC sine A is what is of BC sine A is what is area of the triangle. So here how many triangles will be there? N triangles will be there, like a regular hexagon you see. So similarly it's also n sided polygon will have n triangles. Okay, n triangles of equal area. So this is going to be n by 2 into r to the power of 2 by n sine 2 pi by n. So this is r n 2n times r to the power 1 by n sine pi by n. This is 2 pi by n. This is anyway easy to derive also. So these things you need to understand. So also I told you uh, the 10th roots of any complex number will form a GP. Then you can find out sum of roots. You can find out. See, understand sum of nth roots of complex number. You can find out sum of nth roots of complex number. You can find out, and also product also you can find out. Okay. Anyway, then we'll see nth roots of complex number. What is that complex number? Let's take one nth roots of. Okay, let's take here this very important one, very important. What is that? Nth roots of nth uh, nth roots of unity, nth roots of unity. Okay, what is that nth roots of unity? So like this we take nth roots of 1. What we can write nth roots of 1? 1 we can write as cis 0 whole to the power of 1 by n. Cis 0, what we can write this cis 0 1 by whole to the power of 1 by n. Cis 0 means cis 2k pi. Cis 2k pi whole to the power of 1 by n. Okay, 1 means cis 2k pi. So therefore, that nth roots of 1, finally we can write as cis 2k pi by n, where k equal to 0, 1, 2, so on up to n minus 1. I already told you, if you start with 0, you have to stop n minus 1. If you start with 1, then you have to stop n. If you start with r, if you k value, if you start with 5, then so on up to n plus 4, like this. Wherever you want, you can start, but you have to take n consecutive numbers from there where you started. Okay, so this is okay. Nth roots of, now let's write now nth roots of unity. Nth roots of unity. What you can write? Nth roots of unity. K equal to, you substitute 0. If you substitute 0, what you are going to get? You are going to get 0 if you substitute 0. 0 is 1. For k equal to 0, it's 1, comma. This is cis of 2 pi by n. Then this is cis of 4 pi by n. Next, cis of 6 pi by n. Like this. So on up to cis of 2 n minus 1 pi by n. So this one, if you write in Euler's form, this one, if you write in Euler's form, what you're going to get? This is 1. All right, this is 1, and this is going to be e to the power of I 2 pi by n. This is going to be e to the power of I 4 pi by n. This is going to be e to the power of I 6 pi by n, so on up to e to the power of I 2 n minus 1 pi by n. Like this. Okay, but here very important thing is that if you observe this one, so these all are like this. If you take this one if you take as alpha, this one if you take as alpha, this is going to be alpha square. The next one is going to be alpha cube, so on up to alpha to the power of, this is alpha is you see 2 pi by n whole for n minus 1. So these are nth roots of unity. So nth roots of unity are like this. Okay, hope you got this one. So we'll go to next, geometrical interpretation. Or before the geometrical interpretation, what we can do, we can say that number one is that, so here also nth roots of unity, nth roots of unity differ by what? Nth roots of unity, first of all, form a GP. Very clearly they form a GP. Okay, very clearly they form a GP. If you see now this 1 alpha, alpha square, alpha cube, that means they form a GP. All right, so number 1. Number 2 is arguments of them differ by They're also same, differ by nth roots of any complex number differ by 2 pi by n. Okay, right. Number 3. So here nth roots of unity, if you see, no argument is 1. So since modulus of 1 is nth roots of unity, any modulus is 1. So since they are 1 unit from origin, actually, if you see, na, any, this is its modulus is 1, its modulus is 1, its modulus is 1, modulus is 1. That means what? Actually nth roots of unity, they are equidistant from the origin, 1 unit distance from the origin. Therefore what you can say is simply you can say that one is since they have unimodulus, understand, unimodulus means 1 unit modulus. Okay, they lie on a circle, right? They have unimodulus. One modulus is 1 unit. That means what? They are equidistant, 1 unit distance from the origin. They are at 1 unit distance from origin. So they lie on circle. Okay, they lie on a circle with center as origin and radius 1 unit. They lie on a circle of radius 1 unit. This is one important one. So not only that, but they differ by 2 pi by n. So therefore, so that implies what? They differ by 2 pi by n and they lie on a circle. So therefore, they divide circumference into again same. So that implies they divide circumference of circle into n equal parts. You're all same in equal parts. Same thing, whatever we have done there, you're also same thing like this. But here previously this is r power 1 by n. This is 1 now. This is 1. This is 2 pi by n same. Okay. Then this arc length we can find out also. Then we can find out this side also you can find out like previously by using cosine rule. Okay, this you can find out area also you can find out, but I'm going to find out very important one is sum of nth roots of unity. This is important, sum of nth roots of unity. So what are the sum of nth roots of unity? 1 plus alpha square plus 1 up to alpha power n minus 1, where alpha, what is alpha here? Alpha is what? Where alpha is e to the power of I pi by n. I into here, this is I into 2 pi by n, sorry. So you see I into 2 pi by n. This is what is alpha. Alpha I took as e to the power of I 2 pi by n. This is I 4 pi by n. That means 2 pi whole square. So alpha square is what? E to the power of I 2 pi by n whole square. So it becomes 4 pi by n. So like that. Okay, so therefore here what you can write is here alpha is this one. Alpha is e to the power of I 2 pi by n. This is what is alpha for us. Okay, so this is a GP with the common ratio alpha. Therefore, A into alpha to the power of n minus 1 by alpha minus 1. So what is alpha power n? Alpha power n is n, if you bring this side, e to the power of I 2 pi, which is 1. Alpha power n is 1. So therefore, this 1 minus 1 is 0. So therefore, sum of nth roots of unity is very, very important expression. That is what is 1. Sorry, that is 0. Sum of nth roots of unity is 0. Okay, this is one point you need to remember. Okay, this one what you can write? This one you can write like this. Please understand. So nth roots of unity I wrote in terms of alpha square, alpha cube, but you can write now this is summation. Cis 2k pi by n. K value runs from 0 to n minus 1. This is sum of nth roots of unity. If you want, you can see this one. So this is what? No, these are nth roots of unity where k value is this one only, 1, this one, this one, this one. So this that means what? Sum of nth roots of unity again this one only. No, from this if you substitute k value 0, 1, 2, 3, so on, then you are going to get. Therefore, here k value, if you substitute now first root, second root. So sum of nth roots of unity you can write like this. This can be, if you want, you can write like this also. K equal to, I told no, if you put n equal to, k equal to 1 to n. If you put no 0, then it starts with 0. It should end at n minus 1. So then this one is going to be nth roots of unity. Here this is 2k pi by, this is n, this is 0. Okay, this one you can write like this. Otherwise, what you can do is, this is same thing, no? So I'm going to write a little different. Yeah. So what is that? This I'm going to write like this: cos 2k pi by n plus I sine 2k pi by n. Cos 2k pi by n plus I sine 2k pi by n. So this is 0. Okay, all right. So that means, for example, if I tell you the example, for example, let's say here summation you have k equal to 0 to 15, then this is going to be cos, okay, cos 2k pi by 16. Here n is, here 0 to n minus 1. N minus 1 is 15, so n is 16 plus I sine, here 2k pi by n is 16. Like this it is. This is simply 0. So let's say if they ask a question equal to what, this is simply 0, like that. So sometimes the same question will be given like this, summation. So k equal to, let's say 5. So 5 to, here they may say, let's say they said 20, 5 to 20. That means how many numbers are there? 16 numbers are there. So then you must give like this: sys of 2k pi by, you must give 16. Understand this. This is 0 also. If it starts with 5 or 30, sometimes if it starts with 30, then don't get confused. If it starts with 5, it is 20, right? What you should do, simply you should make this 0. Understand? So if it is starting with 1, you put minus 1, minus 1. That means what? 0 to n minus 1. If it starts with 5, you put minus 5, minus 5. That means what? 0 to 15. 0 to 15 means it must be, n must be 16. So like this, sum of nth roots of unity. You may ask like this anyway. Okay. This is sum of nth roots of unity. All right. So then we'll go to product. Okay. Of course, in this sum of nth roots of unity, you also have like this. What is that? Then sometimes now 1 plus alpha square plus so on up to alpha power n minus 1 is what we got is 0. So sometimes they will ask you sum of. So here this is going to ask like this, n minus 1. Then you should put minus 1. Please understand this minus. What is that meaning of this? Meaning of this is like this: summation k equal to 1 to n minus 1. That means 1 is missing 1. 0 is missing. So this is sys of 2k pi by n. Sys of 2k pi by n is going to be minus 1. So please understand this one. Okay, this is important. Or this is, they may ask like this also: summation k equal to 1 to n. Sometimes 1 to n minus 1. This is cos of 2k pi by n plus I sine, same thing, I sine 2k pi by n. But I wrote wantedly because I'm going to write again somewhat different. I'm going to write differently. Sometimes they will give you like this: k equal to 1 to n minus 1. They are going to give you like this. Yeah, so this is yeah, sine 2k pi by n, sine 2k pi by n, okay, minus I cos 2k pi by n. Wantedly I'm writing like this: 2k pi by n equal to what? Tell me.